Hi, everyone. Welcome to another brand new edition of Matters That Should Matter. As you know, Matters That Should Matter videos are short videos that are being produced to talk about various aspects of life, various important, critical, and non-avoidable issues that we all go through, in our society today. Today's edition is going to be focusing on a question that says, what age is it suitable for us as parents or as a father figure or mother figure, as guardian and mentor, to start engaging our younger ones, the children, the boys, the girls, in some meaningful conversation, engaging them and teaching them some important and very sensitive matters, issues of our life that are controversial and are very sensitive, like I said. At what age should you sit a young boy or a young girl down and begin to engage and have meaningful conversation with them about, for example, their sexualities, gender issues, religious matters, social matters, values, and principles of our life? In some countries, studies have showed that the advisable age is 16. From 16 years old, then you are now allowed, to start engaging children, in some kind of sensitive sexuality and value principle issues like that. But I'm here to tell you that, as a qualified sociologist, psychologist, and a spiritual leader as well, that you are too late at 16. You are too late at 16. The world is changing, like I always say. In fact, the world has changed. And we have to understand the dynamics that we have in our hands nowadays. We see younger kids at the age of 9, 10, 11 becoming matured, experiencing body changes, puberty, experiencing, things that they can't even explain. And they yearn for education. They are confused. They go to brothers, sisters, parents, guardians, community leaders, spiritual leaders, for questioning, and they don't get the answers that they really desire. And that's why many of our younger ones are making mistakes. They're making, uninformed decisions. And by the time we get to know these things, it might be too late. So if you're waiting on the acceptable, 16-year-old, I'm like, my child is too young, my kid is, I can't really engage them in anything sensitive, anything controversial, then you are missing the point. There's already a generational gap between the older generation and the new generation, and we need to do all what we can to close this gap as much as possible. What am I saying in essence is that the world has changed and it's changing rapidly, that our younger ones, our children, are smarter, eager to learn. They're exposed to various things that many of our older ones are not exposed to at the time they were growing up. There is a need for us to pass down accurate, effective, and reliable education and information to the younger generation. Otherwise, they will keep making mistakes. We can no longer wait. What am I saying? I'm not saying that we should start talking about sex or sexuality to a 9-year-old boy. What I'm saying is we can start from a younger age by saying, hey, these are your private parts. Don't let anybody touch this. This is the principle of life. This is acceptable now. This is what we should do. We need to respect our elders. We need to, in an handle situation, we need to handle matters in certain ways. We can begin to engage them in basic conversation, not exposing them to any risk of, any kind of sensitive, controversial matters, but there is a need to move faster than we are. Our children, as you will agree with me, are exposed to internet, social media, even at schools, even among friends, and they can be easily influenced, and we do not know, we do not pay attention. Parents, guardians, leaders, we need to pay attention to our younger ones. We need to ensure that we pass down effective and accurate information to this one. When the child comes to ask you a certain question, don't say, hey, shut up. What do you know? We are still young. Why should you talk about that? No. Otherwise, you're going to shut them down completely. And they're going to get that information somewhere that you may not like, somewhere or from somebody that they would wrongly or they may wrongly influence them. Let us pay attention. We can no longer be passive. We can no longer be ignorant to the fact that our younger generation, now the generation of today, are far smarter, learning faster, and they are exposed to a whole new brown world that we are not used to. So, how do we bridge this gap? We have to know what they know, make them our friends, and make sure we pass down accurate. I keep emphasizing on accurate information because some of our parents, some of our guidance, some of our religious leaders, social leaders, community leaders, they don't even know better themselves. Don't share information that you do not know. Don't share educational matters that will allow somebody to go and make a mistake if you are not sure of it yourself. If a question is being asked, make sure that you know the right answer, the right information before you share that. If you do not know, it's okay to say, you know what, I will get back to you. Do your research, do your homework, and get back to that child to ensure that we save them from these repeated mistakes, cycles of life. Enough of our younger ones being wasted of their future. By the time someone is 16, they're already pregnant. By the time somebody is 18, they're already fathers of two. How do we go further with this? All hands must be on deck. We need to make sure we are sending a comprehensive and consistent and complementary message or messages to these young ones. It's difficult sometimes, but we need to make it a point of emphasis, a point of focus. Don't be too busy and ignore these younger ones. They are really yearning to learn. And if you don't make time to teach them what you want them to learn, someone, somewhere, or a medium will teach them the wrong things you don't want them to learn. Thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe now, like and share. You never know, you can make an impact in someone's life. Thank you, and I'll see you again soon with another video.